And we are back here in the fourth quarter. The Comets currently lead Lakota East 14-0. We apologize for those technical difficulties. We were having some network issues. But it's first down, and Quentin Kaler is charging ahead for the Comets. A big 7-yard pickup on first down. So Andrew, tell us a little bit about how this game's been going and, you know, the domination from quarterback Quentin Kaler.
Yeah, and when we were off a little bit right there, Braden Greer had a big catch. Kaler, they've connected a few times today. You know, we mentioned earlier a little anecdote. Braden Greer has more receiving yards than the entire Lakota East receiving corps.
And Tay Hibbett, the ball carrier for the Comets. He's going to pick up 2 yards.
And Hibbett has been the primary this quarter. Comets really leaning on the sophomore. Something to note here, Austin Severville just walked off the field for Lakota East, getting stretched out, so their top defensive lineman is not going to be here through a 3rd and short.
So big 3rd down for the Comets, looking to extend their lead. The fake toss to Sheldon Tay Hibbett. And Quentin Kaler is going to take it himself for the first down.
Yeah, and a nice fake toss there. The Comets have called a regular toss a couple times tonight. And so Lakota East was accustomed to that play. And Kaler just keeps it, using his athleticism and his legs, pick up the first down. So they're inching closer to the red zone.
So 9 minutes and 22 seconds left in the game. The Comets in Lakota East territory yet again. The man in motion is Cale Jordan, as Kaler is going to drop back, and he'll find Braden Greer for the 22-yard connection. That time, Braden Greer takes it all the way up to the Lakota East 5-yard line. Man, Braden Greer has had a game.
Yeah, and a textbook play right there. Easy drop back from Kaler, sets his feet, and finds his man, Braden Greer, wide open across the middle of the field. Gets inside the 5-yard line, and he's found Greer many times tonight. And right there, just as big of any of the previous catches.
8:30 left in the game. Kaler's under center. Takes a snap and hands it off. That time to Nick Sailors. Nick Sailors is going to be stopped after the 2-yard gain.
Lakota East defense now, they're fighting for their team's life. If this gets to a 3-score game, with the way their offense is paced, probably not feasible to come back. They need a goal line stand right here.
And this season, they've only scored a total of 47 points, averaging under 10 points a game. And with only 7 minutes and 57 seconds left in the game, it's going to be a tough task for them to put a bunch of points on the board. That time, the handoff to Nick Sailors takes a big hit at the 3-yard line. He's not going to pick up anything.
And Harrison Boucher, the senior linebacker, with a big knockdown there on Sailors. And now 3rd down, there's no guarantee you're going to get it. So a nice stand so far from Lakota East. Now just 2 more plays to complete their stand. If you remember, the very last possession, Lakota East's offense was inside the 5-yard line. They were about to score and fumbled the snap. Bryce Falk picked it up. So anything can happen even on these goal line situations.
And Kaler's in the shotgun. Seen a lot of sophomore Cale Jordan. Kaler drops back, and he finds Braden Greer. And Greer with his first touchdown of the night, Quentin Kaler's 3rd total. And Braden Greer's had a spectacular game and adds a touchdown to his resume.
Yeah, and right there, third down. You know, you've got 2 plays to score. You've already run it twice, so why not take a shot there? And Kaler knows he has to get that pass off quick. Who else is he going to find but Braden Greer, his favorite target? And Greer finally gets that touchdown.
Colson Bunch knocks that one right through the uprights. He's 3 for 3 on the night, and you know, field goal kicking and extra points have been an issue for the Comets this season. But Colson Bunch is taking over those duties and 100% on the night.
Yeah, today is really his first full game where he's getting all the kickoff snaps, all the extra points. And finally, potentially the Comets starting to find some consistency at that position. But now, this Comet defense really wants to keep up the shutout. It's Lakota East's homecoming night. Hasn't been a fun one for their fans necessarily. No points on the board, but East has some time. They were getting into that Comet defense in the last possession. Got all the way to the 5-yard line. The Comets do have the momentum, you know, from that turnover and then the touchdown, obviously. But East, there's no quit in their game. Just because they're down 3 scores doesn't mean they're not going to try to get some touchdowns.
6:56 left in the game, hoping to avoid a shutout. And they already had one of those this year in their 71-0 loss to Princeton. And they were very close to a shutout in their 2 other losses. They lost 9-6, only put 6 points up on the board against Centerville, and only put 6 points up on the board against Lakota West. Colson Bunch squibs that one away. And it's going to be taken by Ethan Evans. But he's going to be immediately knocked down. That time it's Tyler Wilson, the safety.
Yep, and Tyler Wilson, he's been making plays on special teams all season long. Came downhill violently right there and made the big stop. You know, just capping off more of this momentum for Mason.
So Lakota East breaks the huddle in a spread set. They've got 4 receivers. And Eric Davis, the sole back, is going to be handed off to him as he picks up 2 yards.
And no matter the situation, Lakota East sticking with their game plan, their philosophy, handing the rock off to Eric Davis, and it's been some mixed success. The final box score, he's going to have a lot of yardage, probably likely over 100 on the night, but has not been able to translate into points.
And Eric Davis, yeah, he's been the sole source of life for this Lakota East defense. Solid showing from their offensive line as well, allowing him to get those holes. That time, Troutman finds his man on a quick screen to pick up 3 yards.
Yeah, and Troutman throws it there, but that receiver immediately swarmed by Comet defenders. But that does set up a pretty manageable 3rd and short. So likely going to go back to the run game here. They can pick up a first down, extend this drive with 5.5 minutes left in this game.
So 3rd and 2. The handoff's going to go to Davis. And they're going to give him the first down as he picks up just over 2 yards. And a little bit of an update. We've got some scores from the rest of the games in the GMC. A very close matchup for the Sycamore Aviators versus the Middletown Middies. Middletown leads Sycamore at halftime 7-3. And over at Oak Hills, Coleraine is currently leading Oak Hills 15-10. So 2 close games.
Yeah, Oak Hills with Coleraine, keeping up with Coleraine, pretty surprising there. Coleraine having a down year, and then Oak Hills kind of having their best season yet. So that's a game to keep an eye on. Comets get a big stop there. Pushing Davis back for a loss.
And this time it's going to be Troutman in the shotgun. As he takes the snap. He's looking downfield and escapes some Mason defenders, but he's going to be taken down by the junior, Liam McMains.
McMains and his fellow junior linebacker Kai Woolfolk able to bring down Davis right there. Now setting up 3rd and 9 as they were able to push back the original line of scrimmage.
And another GMC score update. Lakota West currently leads Hamilton 31-0 at Hamilton High School. The first play of the game, the Notre Dame commit Ben Minnick took it 54 yards to the house. Next week, the Comets taking on Lakota West definitely will be their toughest game of the season so far.
Oh yeah, and Ben Minnick, he's not just a star on the gridiron. He's got serious speed. Was the GMC champion in sprinter and track, and definitely used it there on that big touchdown. You know, the Comets have not faced a player like him, and Lakota West has 3, and they're 3-star Power 5. Well, Notre Dame not exactly a Power 5 conference, but not in a conference, but certainly a big-time program. And Josh Fussell going to Notre Dame, and Malik Hartford going to Ohio State. Comets going to have to worry about that one, but still some game left to play with the other Lakota.
And on the 4th and 1 attempt, Eric Davis plows through and is just able to pick up the first down for Lakota East. And the clock continues to wind down. Just under 3 minutes left in the game. Comets lead East 21-0. This time Troutman's going to drop back, and he's tripped up by Bryce Falk. But he's able to escape it. His pass attempt is unsuccessful. That one tried to find Braden Reap, the senior receiver.
And Caden Davis put a lot of pressure on Troutman there. Troutman got his pass off, but not accurate due to that pressure.
And we've seen a lot of action from the 2 Comet defensive ends tonight, Bryce Falk and Caden Davis. So 2 minutes and 39 seconds left in the game, 2nd and 10. A man in motion for Lakota West, but it's going to be a handoff to Eric Davis. The Comets able to contain him. Kai Woolfolk leading the charge.
Yep, and now that sets up 3rd and long. Again for Lakota East. Still keeping their drive alive. But the Comets maintaining this shutout.
So 3rd and long for Lakota East, still in their own territory at the 45-yard line. It's that time. Troutman's going to be successful on the pass attempt. He finds Braden Reap for the 20-yard pickup, and a flag is thrown, and I think it's going to be a face mask on the Comets.
And that pickup got some energy going on the Lakota East sideline. We could hear the stands rocking after that play. So under 2 minutes left. We've already seen Lakota East fans leaving the game, but now re-energized. And the Comets student section has their flashlights out saying goodbye. But 2 minutes left. Lakota East is moving down the field as they're going to get an even 15 more yards from that penalty. They could very easily score here. This Comets shutout is in question.
And it is going to be a face mask by the Comets secondary. That gives Lakota East great field position. 1:52 left in the game. So the game is out of their reach, but they might as well ruin the shutout for the Comets, or at least try to. And Troutman drops back. Tried to find Braden Reap again. He's been his favorite target this afternoon, or this evening.
Yeah, and Reap got open across the middle of the field, and that kind of mirrored the Hail Mary at the end of the second half. Just a little little too much zip put on that ball. Not accurate. And then they can't find Reap. But it was only first down.
2nd and 10 from the 20-yard line. And next week, the Thunderhawks taking on the Sycamore Aviators. Should be a great matchup. Both teams sitting in the middle of the GMC. As Troutman finds Draven Files in the end zone for the first Lakota East score of the night. The Comets' shutout is no more as the East cuts the lead 21-6.
And Sean Krukenberg in coverage there tried to jump that pass, nearly got the pass breakup, but really accurate throw from Troutman. Finds Files for their first touchdown. Extra point no good though. May have been blocked.
So big.
So this is the 3rd time this season that Lakota East had 6 points in a loss. Week 1 and Week 2 in Centerville and Lakota West had 6 points each. And he started off their season with a 3-game losing skid, but to 3 very difficult opponents. Back-to-back wins heading into this game. We're looking to make it a pattern, 3 losses, 3 wins. Not going to be that way, but the Comets are a tough team.
So under 2 minutes left in the game. And we're just going to see the Comets try to run out the clock and take the bus ride home victorious. And unless chaos ensues, that's likely to happen.
Yep, Comets going to be happy with the way this game turned out. First half was slow. Didn't get that first touchdown until very late in the second quarter. But second half, their offense got going. Braden Greer and Quentin Kaler had a nice connection going. And they're going to walk away beating their next-door rivals.
And Andrew, why do you think the Comets came out victorious tonight? What was their strong suit?
Well, you got to give a lot of credit to that defense. They did their job, especially early on in the game. They set a tone. They were not giving up any yardage to Eric Davis in this Lakota East. This rushing attack. First quarter, we had a lot of 3-and-outs. And then, Quentin Kaler really stepped up today, not just as a thrower, but on the ground. Comets had a balanced passing attack in the second half, and that's what allowed them to pull away. So all around, the Comets had a pretty balanced, successful game. Maybe not as big of a win as they were hoping for, but a win nonetheless.
And I would love to see the stat sheets at the end of this game, but I think I'm going to give my player of the game award to Braden Greer. I bet definitely over 50 yards receiving, probably close to 100, plus that touchdown.
Yeah.
Currently, he's sitting at 4th in the GMC in receiving yards, and he's going to be inching near the top by the end of the night.
Yeah, probably moving up after this game. And then defensively, I think Bryce Falks got to be the pick. He picked up that fumble recovery at the goal line. If the Comets don't get a stop there, this is a very different game. And then he's been disruptive in the backfield, both on passing and rushing plays all game long. Of course, Bryce Falk, one of the leaders for this team.
And every time I look at it, I still love to see the Ohio State offensive line commit taking on kickoff duties and punting duties. And it's going to be an onside kick. And how about that? Recovered by Bryce Falk. And a penalty flag is thrown.
Yeah, and there were some shoves there before the play ended, so that's likely what this is going to be about.
The Comets are able to recover the onside kick attempt. So we await the call, but the Comets are trotting off the field, looking to bring their offense on. Yeah, but speaking back, Austin Severfield, a huge leader for this Lakota East team. He's not afraid to do the dirty work, playing both sides of the ball, offensive guard, and then defensive tackle on defense. He's the team's kicker and punter. I mean, you love to see that.
Yeah,
that energy.
Rarely coming off the field. Ohio State's got to love that passion for his team, willing to do whatever it takes to put them in the best position to win. He's he's a special athlete, one of the best to come through Lakota East in a long time, not just in football, but really in any sport. And he's not just a football player. He's quite a talented basketball player himself. You don't see a lot of 300-plus pound guys out there on the hardwood, but he does it, and he does it with style, graceful.
And a dumb penalty, as Coach Castor is going to say at the end of the night. Unsportsmanlike conduct by the Comets after that onside kick is going to push him back 5 yards. So it could be a few extra sprints at practice on Monday for the Comets. And Tay Hibbett's going to take the handoff, finds a burst. He takes that gap all the way for a 9-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd and inches. Clock's winding down past a minute 30. And it doesn't even look like Coach Haynes of the Thunderhawks is even going to use those timeouts.
Well, the Comets just going to keep the ball on the ground right there. Tay Hibbett had a nice rushing lane from the interior. Dominic Bomarito, Liam Davidson opened that one up for him. They've had a nice showing on the interior, which, could have been a concern coming in. Bomarito, Davidson, Cravens, there's some smaller guys, and then obviously the Seaverville twins. Very big guys. But Comets have had a nice showing with their inside rushing attack.
Quentin Kaler is going to take that one himself for the first down. And, going back to, my MVP, I think I'm going to make it a tie. Co-MVP between Quentin Kaler and Braden Greer. Quentin Kaler, he's accounted for 3 total touchdowns in tonight's contest.
And that seems fair. Quentin Kaler led this offense. 2 rushing touchdowns, as you mentioned. A lot of yards both on the ground and in the air. Really done everything he wanted. And now gets the line up in the best formation in football, the victory formation, and take a knee.
Yeah, not only was he successful on the ground, he had some beautiful passes that are going to go under notice, but since being someone that hasn't played the quarterback since middle school, a heck of a game from Quentin Kaler and a heck of a game from the Comets as they're going to come out victorious over the Lakota East Thunderhawks 21-6. It's been a beautiful night here. The fall has just begun. Nice breeze, low 60s. And what better than some high school football? Comets come out victorious, 21-6. I've been Adam Little, joining alongside my partner and brother in tonight's broadcast, Andrew Little. Behind the scenes, we've got Braden Johansson directing, as well as Daniel Panetti, Alyssa Feinblatt, and Audrey Hunt working cameras. We've got a great crew here at Mason Sports Radio. It's been a wonderful night. For